All right. I think I got it. All right. Hola. I am Prophetess Coko. Thank you for joining me here again here at Cosmic Chit Chat. Okay. Life and death is in the power of my tongue, and I choose to speak with truth, compassion, and most importantly, love. Hey. Okay. I hope y'all got some good rest. Um, if you've been busy at your workday, I hope your workday was good, productive, and did all the things that the Most High God said that it should do for you and for your families. Okay. We are going to just dive into some angel messages. Angel, archangel. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Archangel messages as well as some oracle messages. Okay. And then we're going to pull a little bit of tarot and as always just see where it goes. We about following directions. We don't know what's happening. We just gonna follow directions. Okay. um let's get the archangel first. Okay. I believe the last time, yeah, it's still on top. So last time we got Metatron, which was Mercy, right? um I went back and I listened to the video and I didn't realize that I didn't say who Metatron is. There are some people that are not aware of the name of Metatron. Excuse me. Sorry, that is a passed on loved one. He said he needed to be present. So we're going to have him right here on my shoulder. Okay. So I apologize. I went back and somewhere in my mind, I thought that I said it. So Metatron is the elevated name for Enoch. Okay. So if you've ever read the book of Enoch, that's who Metatron is. Okay. If you have not read the book of Enoch, you should go read the book of Enoch. You should go read the book of Enoch. And then follow it up with the other book I said the other day was the Aquarian Gospel. Okay. I am gonna go through my books today, as a matter of fact, because I didn't realize I didn't have like direct access to it. Um, I wanted to go find it. There are some things in there concerning my bro Jesus Yeshua and his travels that I had wanted to talk about the other day, and I didn't want to misstep. I need the book. Okay. There are versions of it you can listen to audibly on excuse me, yeah, on Audible if you use Audible, or YouTube. YouTube has a lot of audiobooks. In case people just don't know, people put audiobooks on YouTube. Okay. Some of the very same ones that are on Audible are available also on YouTube, sometimes by the exact same person that did the narrations. Okay. So don't sleep on it. There's plenty. Okay. As I find them, I will share them as well. Okay. Father God, Divine Mother, Appointed Ones, Angels, Ancestors, Spirit Guides, Hidden Helpers, Galactic Federation members. Which Archangel card should we be looking at today? Ooh, I love it. What flew out? Sandalphon. Love. Okay, that's what we about over here. We about love. Okay, again, that beautiful orange color, right? I know everybody's like, oh my God, but love is red and love is pink. No, it's not. It's actually green, but the fact that it's orange, okay, I always talk about your sacral energy, right? When you are co-creating with the universe, you need to be able to do it in a state of gratitude and a state of deep agape love. Okay, you do. Okay, and on your chakras, that shows up as orange. Okay, I had a conversation with my baby girl the other night where you really want to use your sacral energy, your solar plexus, and your root chakra to create. Right? You need to be grounded. You need to be open to create, and you need to be able to keep balance of your influences during that time. Okay. So that's red, yellow, orange. Red, yellow, orange. Okay. So let's grab the Oracle book. Rolling. I kind of feel like it's in the back. I tagged these pages, but it seems like no matter how many times I tag them, there we go. All right, Sandalphon, beloved, don't you love that? Ah, beloved, you are a child of God and a peace lover at heart. This angelic oracle comes to you as a signal that new love or renewed love is dawning for you. See life through a compassionate eyes of a guardian angel who emanates the Christos, okay? That is the Christ compassion energy. That is Yeshua. That is Jesus, okay? Christ compassion, and perceive that that love is being uncompromisingly beautiful, okay? That long, beautiful word, uncompromisingly beautiful. Look to the beauty that you will create for all in radiance of your love, which is a prism of the divine. Shift your perspective to the angelic realm means you become a human angel and you start to spark miracles all around you. The chant is Namah Shivaya to enliven your peace. Now, I have posted this particular Hindu chant already and I will repost it. There are numerous variations of it. There is one that's made to do like 1,000 times. This is supposed to help not just enliven your spirit, but once you've turned it off, you should still probably hear it. At least for me, that happens. After it's gone through its 1,000 times, it continues to play in the background of your consciousness, and it keeps you in that state as you move along your day. So if you're able to get up early and say start it in your consciousness um, during those hours, I said, but before the golden hour, so between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., if you're able to get up and put on the Amna Shivaya um, meditation and play it in the background, by the time you actually get up for golden hour, it's playing in the background of your mind throughout the day. I hope that made sense. Okay. But yes, the Christos. Okay. Christ compassion, Christ energy. Okay. Uncompromisingly beautiful. Okay. That is not your physical beauty. That is the beauty of the divine that rests within you. Okay. That is what God wants people to see, not your physical beauty. That's there, cool. But it's your inner beauty that makes your outer beauty more beautiful. Okay? That's why we use the word full of beauty. Full is on the inside, not the outside. Mm? Okay. You're beautiful means that you are beautiful from the inside out. Okay? If I'm not saying you're beautiful, I'm just saying, oh, you look pretty. Well, that means outwardly you put yourself together very well. You're a pretty person. Okay. There's a lot of people out here that I'm so pretty and I'm so beautiful. No, baby, you're pretty, but you need to work on your insides. Oh my God, why would she say that? Because everybody can change. Period. Period. There's some handsome men out there. Handsome meaning on the outside, you look absolutely wonderful, but I want to see that your spirit is beautiful too. Okay. I don't know what the male version of handsome full is. Full of inner handsomeness, if we want to do that, okay, for a male perspective. But people get so hung up on the outside look of things, right? What is the outside look of things going to do for you as you grow, right? What is that going to do for you as you grow? Okay. Um, I read an article years ago about who it is that ends up in these retirement homes, right? And it's a bunch of men. I know it's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing for anyone. But what happens is a lot of these men, y'all spent your time going after the pretty girl. the outwardly pretty girl, because social media and all this other places in the world told you that you need the pretty woman by your side, blah, 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 blah. But on the inside, they didn't add anything to your life. So now you end up in a retirement home, drained of your finances, drained of your families, drained of all of that. And you're like, well, what happened? Because you picked somebody that was outwardly pretty. You didn't pick somebody that was inwardly beautiful and who was able to lift you up and put you in some other space. And now you're in, this retirement home by yourself. Okay. Same thing for the women. You guys want somebody that was oh so handsome on the outside, my man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Okay. But did that man pour into you, or now you now sitting around drained? Okay. You gave that man a family, you cooked, you cleaned, you did all of them things, okay, but you didn't do anything for yourself. That person did not support you to do anything for yourself. And then as that person ends up in a retirement home because now you too tired to do it, neither one of y'all did anything for each other. Two drained people that just stuck to each other just for the sake of being together because society told you that you should do it. Mm? Even for me to say that, it doesn't sound pleasant. It doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. So why is that relevant? We're coming again into divine unions, y'all. It needs to be an inner connection before it is an outer connection. Okay? You need an inner connection before an outer connection. Sandalphon is going to appear to you, divine feminine and divine masculine, to remind you that what's attracting you to each other is this Christ compassion. You both have been through a certain amount of bullshit, pardon my French, okay, that you had to go through to get there. Some of you right now are still having all types of energetic spell work and stuff thrown at you on a daily basis to keep you guys from coming together. But your inner Christos is like, no, we got to do this and we're gonna do it now. Y'all are fighting like hell and the universe supports you. Okay. So you need to remember that. Okay. Your inner divine being, that inner beautiful, that inner uncompromisingly beautiful divine spirit is attracting in your mate, your life partner, your soulmate. For some of you, yes, your twin flame. Just be prepared. Twin flames are hard ass lessons, even in love, mainly in love. Okay. Um, Please know that all of the unions, again, are not going to be romantic. Some of them are simply going to be business partners or besties. Okay? You're meant to get together to do something in the worth, in the world, in the earth, excuse me, in the world, in the earth. Some way, some shape, some form, somehow is part of the divine's plan for you all. Okay? There are the majority that are absolutely going to be romantic in their connections, but before you can get to the romantic, there still has to be a connection. Okay? If you are so caught, some of you are going to get tricked. Let me be clear. They're telling me back up and say it. Some of you are going to get tricked. Okay? Some of you have not done enough inner work where you recognize what's in front of you is not what the divine has for you. And that's where you have to start trusting your discernment and your intuition. Okay? Um, some of you are still so hung up on the outer appearances of things that you are going to miss out on your partner. Okay? If you are someone that is looking for oh so Mr. Fine and he's 6'7" and da 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 da, you looking for all of that, right? And so remember, the devil gives gifts too. So if you're dead set on some 6'7", blah 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 blah, right? And that person approaches you, and that person makes you an offer, and you accept it, you're now out of your divine contract. Now, I don't have control over that. The divine is going to make sure whether you have the opportunity to fix that situation or not. But once you accept whatever that offer is, you're going to have to go through whatever that is, good or bad. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't still have a divine union on the table, but it does mean that once you connected with that person, you got to deal with whatever that issue is. And then get back in alignment and then go back on your journey and then go to that person. Some of y'all already been through all of that already, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to. I don't want the trouble. I don't want right. Like I feel it. I'm with you. I am absolutely with you. Okay. I don't know that I've ever really had a type. There's not one person that I have ever dated or been with that was a particular type. I look for a person. What is their spirit like? Have I made wrong decisions? Sure, I have, but I love everyone the same way. Okay. But I did not have a type. Now, can I say what I'm attracted to? Sure, sure I could. Okay. But that can change too. For a lot of you, that's changed altogether. Just like me, you're what you thought you might like, you don't necessarily like anymore. Your complete taste has changed. Okay. Your mental taste has changed. Okay. Your eyesight, what you see has changed because some of y'all don't see people anymore. Some of y'all see this, their spirit. Some of y'all see spirit before you ever see their real face. That's discernment and intuition all on you because that's the time that we're in now. Okay. So don't be deceived by what looks good. Okay. Some of you are so money driven that you're going to miss out on a blessing. Oh, yeah. Spirit said, tell it. Tell it. Okay. Some of y'all are so busy looking at this man's pockets. Yeah, I have to say to a feminine. They said a feminine. Some of you are so busy looking at some man's pockets. Okay. And you equate it to love. It's not. It's not. There is nothing that the Most High can't give you far and above and beyond with your actual person than you're going to get with just being with somebody because they have already. Okay. Please know again, the trick is I'm going to send you what looks like what your preferences probably used to be. Okay. So while some of you have absolutely done the work and some of you are really in an ascension state, this is where the test comes in. Yet again, I said you're going to have to take another leap of faith. Didn't I say that yesterday or the day before? You're going to be asked to take another leap of faith. And that has to do with this union situation. Some of you guys are about to be approached by someone that is not your divine counterpart. Some of you are going to take the bait because you're money driven. Ooh, he's 6'7". He got money. He got cars. He got a house. Blah, 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 blah. My man, my man, my man, my man, my man. Okay. Your man might actually be the FedEx dude. Yeah. Yeah. Some of y'all don't know that your person is the deepest, most loving, blue collar working person ever. They absolutely make good money. They make good financial decisions. Okay. They have savings, they have stocks, they have bonds. They've done everything they need to do in the background. But because they don't look like Mr. 6'7", walking around with the fancy car and the fancy shoes, you didn't look at them. Right? So you take this person that has the money and then you get in with them and you're completely miserable. You're completely miserable. And the second that you agree to it, God takes the wool off and you're like, oh man, that was my person. Now your person who was ready to receive you is going to be assigned somebody else. And you're going to have to watch Mr. FedEx go off and be with another divine feminine. They're going to be super fucking happy. You're going to be mad. Okay. Same thing for my men, because some of y'all are some gold diggers too. Y'all gonna be distracted by Miss BBL, Miss Super Confident. I run businesses. I'm a boss. Blah 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 blah. Because y'all convince yourself that's what you're supposed to be with, even if you don't match her steps. Right? I'm not saying that this particular woman is or isn't a boss. What I'm saying is, just like in the female perspective, it looks good. Okay? It looks good. Some of you men don't know that your lady is a regular degular. She does not have a BBL. She is not running around here with uh uh 50 million wigs on with the baby curls. She's not that person. She's probably the person that poured your coffee the other day. But you was too busy looking at Miss Boss Lady BBL. You go get with Miss Boss Lady BBL, okay, you miserable. And then the next time you come into that coffee shop, there's another man picking up the girl from the coffee shop. Oh man, she got a man now? Yeah. Now you gotta watch her go off and be happy. You gonna be every time you go in to get your coffee, her man, her real man, her the new divine masculine is there picking her up or bringing her something. You gonna be seething. Okay. Some of you have been through this cleansing process. It's 2020 on the clock. Look. Okay. I'm being told to give those examples because some of y'all are going to miss out because you were so looking at all the wrong things. Okay. That topical stuff no longer fits in with your journey. It does not fit in with the Most High God's plans for you. The current set of divine couples are going to be odd couples. A lot of these couples are going to be odd couples and mixed couples. So mixed religion, mixed race, mixed nationalities, odd couples. Okay? It's intentional for them to be odd couples this time around. Okay? Please pay attention and use your intuition and your discernment, because whatever love that Sandalphon is helping guide in for you and helping light up your intuition and your discernment about, trust that God and the archangels and your spiritual team don't want you to overlook it. Okay? They don't want you to overlook it and they don't want you to backslide. Okay? I talked last night real quickly about celibacy, learning how to remove your temptations and things. Okay. I'm hearing some of you made the steps. Some of y'all got that little weird app on your phone that you only should be looking at when you're alone or late night. Y'all be watching that during the daytime just randomly. Uh, some of y'all took the steps to delete that little app off your phone and clear out your browser so that you not uh, tiptoeing through the tulips and inciting yourself. Okay. Uh, some of you have taken the steps. Some of you, I heard, went ahead and started your devotionals about that particular subject so that you could help yourself in your celibacy. Congratulations to you. Like I said, it's hard. You ever hear somebody tell you that that was easy? They're lying. They're lying. Most of you have spent 10, 15, 20 years in those spaces. That's the truth. Everybody has done something at some point in that capacity. We have, okay? Ain't nobody clean, okay? But the Most High God is saying you did the work. Remind yourself that you did the work to get out of those energies, to release those entities and those attachments and them demons and them Jezebelians and Leviathans. And you've done with the work to release them things from yourself, okay? So don't be idle handed, okay? No pun intended. Don't be idle handed and then, backtrack, okay? Because that can also distract you from your union, okay? Uh, some of you are going to meet your person and you're going to have to learn how to cool your jets. That's what God is telling me to tell you. Some of y'all are going to meet your person while you're in this process of trying to get your celibacy right. Some of you are going to meet your person while you're trying to get your celibacy right. Like the person that you get with has probably been celibate for years, okay? But you're just starting. Maybe you've only been in that 60 to 90-day time frame when you meet this person, right? There's attraction, but you're going to have to learn how to cool your jets. You're going to have to learn how to cool your jets. And that becomes a test for you. Like, man, I really like this person. And if I make this particular move, and even if I make the move and they go along with it, you're both going to regret it. You're going to regret it because it's going to shift your focus to that instead of what the Most High God has for you all to really do. You need a friendship. You need trust. You need a partnership. You need to be able to protect each other and pray over each other and pray into each other and pour into each other. You need intimacy before anything else. So some of you are going to meet each other and you're going to need to learn how to cool your jets. That's going to be a test for a whole lot of you, I'm hearing. You can do it. You waited a lifetime to have a lifetime with your forever person. So don't tell me that you finally get recognized and God confirms for you you're with your forever person and you can't cool your jets, because that means you have forever to go do those things with that person if you get it right. It's worth the wait. Okay? It's going to be worth the wait. You got to know that. Ain't no rush in that. Okay? Too many people run off into that. We went through that era already. Too many people run into that, and now y'all are in a situationship, and nobody's considering anybody's feelings, emotions. Nobody discussing future plans on how to build. Nothing. Nothing's happening except that. Now you're off track. You're both out of alignment, and the Most High God is like, why? Oh, why? Okay. Now the Most High God has to throw y'all a tower to get you to realize. Don't have the Most High God get two divine people together and God got to start throwing towers at y'all to get you to realign. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Ain't that amazing? All that came off of this Sandalphon love card. We got to talk about it. We do. We got to talk about it. It's important. Okay. I talked last night about everybody being super endorsed with that case. I said, y'all don't watch that damn case. Especially y'all that are trying to go through this celibacy situation. You sitting there watching what you think is oh so scintillating and listening to these horrible, gory, whatever details is not helping you. You're simply calling in that nasty, dark ass energy and you're sitting there all, oh my God. Ugh. Like, there's no point in that. Even worse, what you don't realize is because you're so engrossed in that, people are watching you be engrossed in that. So now they're like, man, is that the kind of stuff they into? You hear what I said? Okay. Some of y'all don't realize that people are paying attention to what you're paying attention to. Mhm. So you meet your divine person, okay? Y'all are going through the get to know you phase of things and you're trying to cool your jets and all you want to do is talk about this case and all these nasty, gory, whatever details and that person is like, oh wow. Like you into that? God, I thought you said this person was like on a level. You understand what I'm saying? People are watching you for your tendencies and for your habits and things to figure out if you really are who you say you are. Okay? So if you are that person and all that stuff is getting you riled up or whatever, yeah, people going to be looking at you fucked up. They are. Some of you been caught already and your person is like is genuinely having questions like, "Man, low key it seems like they like that stuff and I'm not into that." And I don't want to agree to be with this person and then somewhere down the line they bring this up. Okay? So you do need to be aware. Now, you can like what you like, but is it in alignment with the Most High God and what you're meant to do? And does it equally yoke you to your person? Okay. Does it equally yoke you to your person? Okay. Sorry, y'all. On Facebook, it looks like it skipped out for a moment, but basically, does it equally yoke you to your person? Okay, because those tendencies and those things are going to come up if you haven't really released them to the Most High God. When we say repent, we mean repent and release everything. If you have a tendency to spend your time on them particular sites, like I said, release them. Delete that shit out your phone. Delete it off of your desktop. Find you something else to do, something else to watch, a new hobby, whatever the case may be. Go back and find you something that really made you happy. Some of y'all really used to really like to color and art and paint and create with your hands. No idle hands. Go back and find another hobby. Find you a new hobby. Okay? Go back and find you a new hobby. Mm? Go back and find you a new hobby to help you get through that particular phase, okay? Um, ask the Most High God what you should do. If you haven't been able to figure it out on your own using your intuition and discernment, ask the Most High God to show you the best way to not have idle hands so that you will remain in alignment. Okay. I am praying for all of you. Okay. It's 30 minutes in. Okay. And all we pulled was one angel card because God is saying somebody need to hear it. Okay. Right now, divine masculine for you, that's what's happening. There are some women, okay, that are genuinely interested in you. I feel like they know that you've gone through something and that you're trying to fix yourself, but they can see these other tendencies on you still. Okay. Maybe you don't realize that that's the reason why they're not speaking to you or they're not moving around or they're not responsive to you in a way that you would like for them to be because they can still feel or see that you have particular tendencies. Okay. Again, that goes back to that case energy. Okay. Some of you just been out there and they know that you've been out there. Okay. They know that if they look at your phone, it's a laundry list of females. Why are they still in your phone? Yeah. Some of y'all just got with somebody and you got like 20, 30 some females still sitting in your phone. That ain't your mama, ain't your aunties, ain't your cousins, like legitimate ones. Okay. This female has seen it and she don't want to question you because at this point it feels like if you were serious, they wouldn't be there. You understand what I'm saying? That they wouldn't be there. Therefore, I have no questions because they're not there. Some of y'all are gonna have to realize that this not you're not losing anything. I heard a podcast where they're like, "Well, I don't want to delete it because if she don't like me, then I got to go back and look for something at somebody." Why do you? You're supposed to be in a new part of your journey where you're able to stand up and walk alone if the Most High God tells you to do so. Why do you need 20 or 30 backups because this one tells you no? Rejection might actually be your protection. Okay. For some of you that just chose incorrectly, the person that you chose incorrectly could be the one that's looking at your phone and is like, man, you got 20, 30. I don't know if I want to deal with you, whatever, blah, 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 blah. That person may have just been sent to put it in your face. Like, listen, you claim that you're ready for something serious, but this is what you're doing. Does that seem like a serious decision that you've made? No. There goes the privacy. I could do what I want. You sure can. But if it's going to affect how your divine person responds to you and you guys are not able to make the connection, it is a problem for the Most High God. It's a problem for you. The plan is the plan is the plan. Okay. Same thing for my ladies. Some of y'all got, what did we used to call it? Team, whatever the year is, 33, 33 on the clock. Okay. The joke was you needed somebody to fix your car. Somebody you needed you needed a mechanic. You needed somebody to fix the stuff in the house. You needed like it was supposed to be like one for every day of the week for a female to make sure that you had all your things taken care of. Blah 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 blah. It was a running joke way back when, right? Some of you females still have that kind of stuff in your phone, and you're using the same mentality of, oh, but if it doesn't work out with them, then I need to be able. No, again, why do you need to be able to? Okay. In the math section. Okay, no problem. Some of you, okay, for the same reason. It doesn't matter whether you're the male or the female in the situation. It's the growth that needs to occur. It's on that side. Mm-mm. It's on that side, baby. Thank you. Uh, some of you are going to need to make those decisions. You do need to be able to stand on your own in that capacity. You do need to be able to cut off those attachments. Those attachments are preventing you from coming into union. Okay. So if you're standing in a place of obstinance, I shouldn't have to get rid of them because of that person. Okay. Then you can hold on to them and you're going to watch your partner or who's supposed to be your divine partner go off and be happy with somebody else. And then you're going to be sitting in that same energy, still trying to connect with whoever it was in your phone and still being miserable. Okay. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Man, I promise y'all, it was the easiest rule. I don't understand why you wouldn't think that that applies to a relationship. Why would you want the person that you're with to have to doubt your moves, your thoughts, and your actions towards them at any time? Haven't you all already went through that? Somebody gaslighting you, breadcrumbing you, okay? Haven't you gone through that? Playing the mind games, okay? I am a person, I'm not going to check your phone. I don't feel like I should have to check your phone, but I feel like if I asked you, baby, can I borrow your phone real quick? I should already know ain't shit there. And not because you deleted it or any of that shit. It's just a simple fact that we're connected and there's nothing else that we want more than each other and the Most High God. I keep saying that's the only third party situation that should be allowed. You, your person, and the Most High God. That is the only third party that I'm interested in. That is the only third party situation I am interested in. That's the only third party situation that y'all should be interested in if you're waiting on your divine counterpart. You, them, and the Most High God. That is it. Okay? If it's not the Most High God in that phone where you say, do, 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 hello, God, I got to talk to you about my partner today. Okay? I should be able to pick any number on your phone and know the person that I'm calling is legitimately who the fuck it says that they are. Okay? I don't want no family members around that are gonna lie to me about you, which means that you should know that before you came into union. I feel like I mentioned that the night, sometime last week or the week before, right? If you have a homegirl that has been watching you, and you're able to go out and party and whatnot, and you're like, "Girl, my man gonna call. Just lie for me." No, 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 no. Same thing for the men. Hey, if my girl called, just tell her I was with you. No, no. It is 2025. Stop the mind games, the bread coming, and the gaslighting. That is not the type of time we on. It's not. Again, if you've been praying for your divine counterpart, you've been waiting patiently for your divine counterpart, you guys should have all of this stuff out of your system already. I'm having the conversation because some of y'all literally just met your divine counterpart. Some of you are literally like doot, 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 tapping on the door, like it's right here, says the Most High God. It's coming. And y'all are questioning, okay? Check yourself first. Check your prayers, check your alignment, check your connections. Okay. Okay. Let's pull this other oracle real quick. I love it. We got talisman. I think that's about encompassing energy. Talisman. Okay. Let's get it. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Okay. It is. This is encompassing energy, right? Talisman number 49 breaks into what is that? 13, which breaks into a 4, something like that. We will pull it up in just a second. Let me run through it. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success that you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps. I said it was a trap. It's a trick, it's a trap. Okay. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned your right to success. The Most High God and the angel Sandalphon want you to have the most beautiful success. The most beautiful success in this new love adventure. For some of you, it really is just the love of yourself. Yes. Okay. So, in case you can't see it, I'm going to try to put it closer. That there's a talisman is what's in the hand. This is also the talisman that Sandalphon is holding above the head. That contains all that beautiful wisdom. Talisman in the hand, talisman in Sandalphon's hands. Okay? It contains your wisdom. Okay? I just said some of you should have already gone through these things and established, you know what, I know what I said I wanted, and God has told me what it is I need to do to be able to maintain what it is I wanted when it gets here. Okay? And those would be those things. Hey, check your connections. Do you still have somebody around you that's willing to lie or ask you to lie for them? Because guess what? Even if it's not you and you have that friend that wants you to lie to your lie for them, for their partner or for their spouse, right? Isn't your partner still going to see that action? Right? Let's take that spin. Isn't your partner going to see that action? It's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. That phone goes off at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and it is not an emergency. Hey, did such and such say they were with you? Oh, yeah, I saw them about an hour ago. They probably still, I left them at the restaurant eating breakfast, blah, 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 blah. You roll over to your girl and she was like, you've been with me all night. So what were you talking about breakfast? Now you caught making a lie for somebody you ain't got no business making a lie to. And now you've put your partner in the position to sit in somebody else's face knowing that they lied. So now both of you got to look at the shit. You both now carry this equal amount of guilt for the knowledge. Okay? Does that seem like a divine decision? How do you avoid it? Cut the connection before it even starts, or make sure that you agree not to participate in such actions. It is going to reflect upon your partner. It's absolutely going to reflect on your partner. Okay? Again, your wisdom, okay, your intuition and your discernment. You earned that talisman. It is not a pretty little thing that's hanging around your neck. It is full of everything that you earned. It's full of everything that you earned. Okay? Learned and earned. Okay? Um, the Most High God is wanting you guys to trust and make those decisions. Okay? Let's see. Do we want to pull a little tarot? We want to leave it like that. We're at 43. Yeah, we could pull a little tarot. Which one we want to do? Cannabis. Oh, that's a garbage pail kid. There we go. All right, we're gonna do cannabis. Cannabis deck. Right, I just heard take them all upright. So I haven't really gone through this deck. All right, since we doing angel messages. All right. Again, this is going to require a really big leap of faith. Some of y'all are going to have to, again, let go. You're going to have to let go of all the rest of those old habits and things that you've still been holding on to blatantly. Not blatantly, excuse me. Ooh, somebody real being blatant about it. Like somebody really wants something, but they don't want to let go of that shit either. That's ridiculous. I want to be married, but I want these backups in my pocket. That's not going to work, boo. male or female, whoever you are, that's not going to work. Like if you're one of them people that you decide in your divine union, because they're out there, okay, let me be clear, they are out there. There are some people that want those poly situations. Do what you do, but don't lie about don't lie about it if that's what you want. That's what that is. That's that blatant energy. That just slid on in there. Let me address it. Some of you guys have been out here, and I'm saying guys, not in a general, I'm saying guys in an energetic term. Okay, don't matter whether you're male or female. Typically, yes, it is men. There's a lot of men out here that want these poly situations, but they're not being honest about the fact that they want a poly situation. So they're just going out and cheating, and then hoping that if I introduce the two people I'm cheating with, okay, that they'll just be okay. Okay. Or getting two females and trying to quote unquote trap them with children so that they have to be cooperative, and therefore you get your poly situation. Okay. A lie is a lie is a lie, and it is going to blow up. If you are coming into divine union and you've been praying for a divine union that is poly, the Most High God is aware of that. You're going to have to be honest about what you want. You can't hide it. Okay. You also need to be prepared for what poly actually means. Okay. That still means there's an equal give and take and equal respect for those partners. Okay. Some of y'all got the game messed up where the poly situations are concerned, and that's why they keep looking drama filled, nasty, messy, and they fail because a lie is a lie is a lie. The Most High God is not against providing you with a poly situation if it works with the Most High God's plans. But if you're going to lie about it, that's a no no. Okay. I'm being told to tell you that. There are some people out there I heard very clearly have been praying for a poly situation, but they have not set themselves up to provide poly love, poly attention, poly finances, poly home, poly children, poly investments, poly stocks, poly bonds, poly insurance. They haven't done any of that because they're not focused on what it really means. Okay. So the Most High God is telling you, you need to be more certain about what it is that you're asking if you've been sitting around waiting and asking for a poly situation. Okay. Anything else on that, God? That's it. Yeah. Because somebody is blatantly like, nah, I'm a lie. It's going to blow up in your face and it's not going to be shit. God said, say it just like that. It's going to blow up in your face and it's not going to be shit. I feel like you also heard the Most High God tell you the same thing I just told you when you still like, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do. It's going to fail and it's going to keep failing. Okay. Um, for whoever you are, you have the ability to do all the things, but the Most High God is saying you want to be lazy about it, and He's not going to allow you to be lazy about it no more. So, you have the ability to do whatever this is that you're asking in a poly situation. You just don't want to. You're only focused on this one tiny aspect of that, and there's more to it than that. Especially when we start talking about legacy building, that one little thing that you're focused on has nothing to do with legacy. And so the Most High God has not provided you with what you asked for because you haven't come out of that energy yet. Okay. So the longer you stay in that energy, what you not going to release and what you not going to do, the Most High God is saying, bet I ain't going to do it either. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I'm not interested in poly. Not at all. Mm-mm. Why? Because I don't like sharing. I don't. Forcibly or otherwise, I don't like sharing. Real simple. I'm not the only girl that's ever been cheated on. I'm not the only girl that's ever find out that they were a side piece. Okay. No, I deserve to be loved the right way by one person. And the person that I'm going to be with is going to deserve to be loved by just me. It's going to be the only third party situation. Me, that person, and the Most High God. Period. Not budging on that. Okay. What else? What do we want to say? Yeah, I love it. They said take all of these. I don't know. I hate taking chunks, but these are accurate though. So we're going to run them. Okay. As I was saying that, right? You got to put your boundaries up and stand on them. I said for myself, right? The only third party situation that I'm willing to go through is me, myself, my person, and the Most High God. Confirmation. I said what I said. It's the same thing for you, divine masculine and divine feminine. You know what you asked the Most High God for. You do. It's coming. Be sure that you're able to stand on it and that you've done all the preparations you need for it. Okay. Are you prepared? Yes, I'm prepared. Is that person prepared? I hope the hell they are. I ain't met them yet. I know they out there. Confirmation. Okay. Same thing for Mr. or Mrs. Polly, because I'm hearing there's a woman out there that wants that too. But you, honey, you still got to make preparations for Polly for you too. Okay. There are plenty of women out there that would like a poly situation for themselves. Yes, there are. Okay. But the same thing still applies. There's preparations in that. Okay. There's give and take and there's sacrifice in that. Okay. You got to be willing for it, right? Stability. There goes my bro. There go my Jesus. Okay. You're getting clarity on the situation. Excuse me. Turn around. Clarity on the situation. How to set up your boundaries. He don't have to get up from his throne. He got on his good, nice shoes. He's making sure that everything is balanced out. I said, you got to be prepared. And he made sure that his boundaries are up. These are people trying to get to him, but he's got a fence up. This is a fence. Okay. I have clarity. I'm not bringing anybody through here that's going to unbalance my situation. I'm not bringing anybody past my boundaries. These are people. Okay. That are going to step on my shoes and make me unbalanced. Okay. We don't want that. Okay. It should be a celebration. It should and it will be. Do all the things that you know that you're supposed to do. Okay. It will be a reason to celebrate, says the Most High God. It is absolutely going to bring you peace. Inner peace and peace together. You guys are going to be each other's peace, but you can't be each other's peace if you haven't made peace with yourself and peace with the Most High God. Okay? Transcend, universal oneness. Look at that infinity. Ain't that the same one that's over the cup? Okay? I've been saying what happens when two divine people each have their ace of cups overflowing with milk and honey. It becomes eternal forever and ever. Neither one of you will ever run out, and you will continue to be able to pour into each other and to pour into others. Okay? How does that happen? Accountability. Okay? That talisman again has all your wisdom, discernment, and intuition. You have already learned some of these lessons. Hold yourself accountable for the lessons you learned. So you're going to make good decisions. Okay? Choices. This is alchemy. Your choices. You've made good choices to get to this part, to get to this point of your ascension, to be even allowed to even view or be aware that you have a divine counterpart. Continue to make these good choices. Okay? And know that this is a major change. It is a major change. This is what it looks like. Change. This is the water snake. There's some Japanese tales about the human turning into the water snake and vice versa. Same thing for the mermaids, right? Being human and changing into the fish, but adaptable. If this is the change you asked for, this is the next change that the Most High God is bringing to you. Okay? These connections are going to change your lives and change the lives of the people that are placed around you. Excuse me. Yeah. Resurrection. Okay. She having a party all by herself. She's resurrecting all the things that they thought they couldn't have. All the if it coulda, woulda, shouldas are no longer if it coulda, woulda, shouldas. They are now tangibles. They are now tangibles. I've already done all the things. Now I can look at all the other things that I said, the Most High God, this is what I wanted. So God is saying, I heard your prayers. Let me go ahead and pull up your prayers from way back when. Let me show you that those prayers were valid. I'm going to resurrect your prayers that you thought I didn't hear and hadn't taken action on. Listen, I'm going to resurrect your prayers that you thought that I hadn't heard and had not taken action on. And now I'm bringing them to fruition for you. Okay? What else, Spirit? 55:55 on the clock. Because you did the healing, right? Take that spiritual bath if you need some extra time to think about today's message. Do it. What's stopping you? Do it. Do it. Okay? You are in a place of healing. So is your person. Y'all have already been through a lot. Don't you dare come into each other's lives and give each other stress. Be each other's peace for real. Y'all earned an opportunity to be each other's peace. Don't you fuck it up. I'm not apologizing for my passion in that. I said there's going to be a trick. Don't you trick yourself out of your new peace. Don't trick yourself out of your new. Don't trick yourself out of the blessings and your prayers being answered. Yeah, that ego death. This is what I started off telling y'all. Some of y'all is going to be tricked. That ego, well, I deserve Mr. 6'7" with the Ferrari. Okay, but 6'7" with the Ferrari got his phone full of 20 other 30 women. So the second you say no to him, he going to that 20, 30 women. Instead of you being the one that you say no, and he's like, you know what, it's cool. Let me talk to you tomorrow. Let's see what we go out. Let's go have a chill. You know what? You're right. Let me go ahead and delete this stuff. Somebody who listens to you, listens to your heart, and cares about your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and how it affects them. You're going to have to kill your ego before you make a bad decision. That's whether you're a male or a female. It don't matter. An ego death has to occur so that you don't walk into the wrong union. Okay? Don't you get tricked. Look, there go God. Yeah, there go God. Ori Mila. Again, I felt like the Arisha just popped up. Okay? This is the great diviner. Ain't nobody more divine than Most High God. Okay? He's with his hands in the bowl and he's working it out. Like, listen, don't you get your hands dirty. God is telling you, don't you get tricked and get your hands dirty. Okay? Don't do it. Damn. Yep. Initiation. Somebody trying to get you all tripped up. I said it was a test. What is an initiation but a test? Okay? Some of y'all, the test is going to be whether or not you want to rekindle a friendship or something. I said some of these are not going to be romantic. Okay? Some of y'all going to have to decide whether it's worth it to rekindle a friendship or not. I feel like most of you are going to say no. Like you asked for new everything. Some of you guys have already cleared out all that karmic debt, but the person that's trying to come back around to continue to be your friend has not cleared out their karmic debt. So if you're in agreement, there's some type of attachment as well with that karmic debt. Who wants to pay somebody else's karmic debt? That's more than enough reason to say no. It's not that you don't care about that person. You're going to have to do it from some other point in time. And if that person finally clears out their karmic debt and the Most High God says they're still part of the plan, God will bring them back around. You don't need to feel bad about it. That's what I'm being told to tell you. You don't need to feel bad about it. Okay? Let me see. Oh. Yeah, tradition. Tradition could be that literally forgive and forget energy. Yeah, I could forgive a whole lot of shit and I might forget some shit too. But what I'm not going to forget right now was that I'm in the middle of a new journey. My karmic debt is clear. I know what I asked the Most High God for. The Most High God is reminding you on a daily basis that I am going to resurrect your prayers that you thought I didn't answer. You've now earned me answering those particular prayers for your abundance, for your stability, for your divine counterpart. Okay? Tradition would tell you go ahead and renew that friendship or blah, 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 blah. But again, if they got karmic debt, that's going to mess up everything that I'm giving you. Is it worth the loss? Most of you are going to say no. For those of you that don't say no, it'll be because the Most Sky High God is telling you you have a small window of opportunity to go fix whatever this is real quick, and that might help them clear out their karmic debt. Is it your responsibility to carry? No. There's a difference. Some of you were already sent to go help somebody and they rejected your help. Okay, like Jesus said, if you drop the nugget, you drop the help, and they don't accept it, dust your sandals off and keep moving. Some of you did just that. Okay, but for whatever reason, this person has come back around. They acknowledge it. Okay, but for whatever reason, they are going to come back around. Okay, you need to use again your talisman, your wisdom, your discernment, and your intuition to decide on the best method for you to use. The best method for you to use to address this traditional situation. Okay. There we go. Trust, trust. You got help from the other side. You're not by yourself. Sandalphon and the rest of the archangels, your spiritual team, most importantly, the Most High God, okay, does not want you to make a mistake. So ask. Y'all, don't be trying to make these relationship decisions and just being like, oh, I'm just going to try. Don't you do it. Ask. Part of your intuition and discernment is taking a moment to be like, listen, hey, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Sandalphon, Metatron, God, whatever the names of your spiritual God, like you have a chance to open your mouth and ask for that help in making the decision. They don't want you to make a wrong decision because these are the ones that are backing your plays. Your intuition and discernment isn't just sitting there quietly and saying, I'm making the decision by myself. You are not making the decision by yourself. You are being unctioned by the Most High God to make sure that you make the correct decision. Okay? Ask. Do do do. Right? Restoration.